Hi, my name is Monica Reyes, and welcome to Spiritual Success TV, where spirituality meets entrepreneurship. I am so incredibly excited, guys! It's my first video! Thank you so much for joining me, and I promise to give you lots of value each and every week. If there's anything that you want to see, if it has to do with spirituality, if it has to do with the universe, or maybe there's a meditation you want to see, or maybe it has to do with business, please send me your questions, please send me your suggestions. You can comment below, you can email me, monica@spiritualsuccesscoaching.com, and I would be so happy to serve you and put it in my videos. So today I wanted to talk to you about scatterbrain. So scatterbrain is when you can't focus. You don't seem to be finishing anything, you don't seem to be completing your tasks. You've got that large to-do list that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just can't seem to scratch anything off. So I'm going to tell you how I handle my own scatterbrain, because everybody has it, and what my tips and tools are, and how I'm able to fight it every single day. So the first thing that I do is I put anything that comes in my way, whether it's an event, a client, a presentation, I get asked to lunch a lot. What I do is I put it towards a three-part test. All right. So the first thing is, does it align with your values? So what's really important to you right now? What's your priority? What are you trying to accomplish? If it doesn't align with that's kind of the first flag, and I'm like, that's possibly a strike one. The next thing I do is I look to see, does it align with my brand? If it's a presentation or an event or a client that doesn't meet the spirituality entrepreneurship parameters, I'm probably going to say no, because everything else is just a distraction. Unless it falls under number 3, which is align with what you're building. So maybe it doesn't align with me right now, but I have my own sets of dreams. I have my own 5-year, 10-year goals and 1-year goals, and what I do is I set those and I work my way back to today. And if it does align with what I'm building, then I'm most likely going to say yes. But if it doesn't, it's going to be a big fat no for me. The other type of scatterbrain is the type where you're bouncing around between projects and projects, and you're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm doing so much, but I'm not getting anything done. If that's you, it's probably priority management. Time management is really priority management. So I have a couple tips for you too. So what I do is I write everything down. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you want to complete, guess what? You're not going to finish it. You're not going to complete it, because it's all floating around your head, which means you're floating around throughout the day. So write it down. Make sure you know what you want to complete. And then from there, prioritize. So what I do is I categorize all of my to-dos. I have my sales, my business development, my marketing all up front, because that's number 1. I try to do something with sales and marketing every single day, and then everything else, my clients and everything, kind of follows through, and then I just start crossing things off right there. Next thing is break it down. A lot of times we put in goals as our to-dos. So if you're trying to finish up your website, now, it's probably going to be a little bit before you're able to cross that to-do off, right? Your website, because there's several parts to that. You've got to finish your home page. You probably want to, connect it to some sort of email marketing, or, there are different legs and different moving parts with that. So what I would do is break it up into smaller parts. That way it's easier, and you can have that satisfaction of crossing that to-do off. The other thing I would do is just make sure to take breaks, because you really could go all day, but what's going to happen is you're going to resent it and you're going to get burnt out. So make sure you take breaks. One thing that I do is if I'm creating, or I'm reading a contract, or I'm doing something that requires laser focus, is I shut the internet off. I don't allow myself to check my email for at least an hour. I stay off of Facebook. I stay off of Snapchat, which I love, but otherwise it's just a distraction. So you want to just finish what you're doing, and we actually use different parts of our brain to finish all these different tasks. So if I've got my creative hat on, then that's a different type of brain, side of my brain I'm using. So I try to stay away from email and the little details, otherwise it completely ruins my creativity. And then vice versa as well. So just kind of separating them and blocking off your calendar really works as well. The other thing is meditation. So meditation works really well. It increases your capacity so that you can focus. Even if you don't have time to meditate, how about just beginning your day with some breathing and setting an intention for the rest of your day? So you could do something like asking the universe at the very beginning and just setting a very mindful intention of how you want your day to go, and what is your ideal perfect day, and saying that statement at the beginning of your day, and you're more likely to connect to that, and you're more likely to have a better day because of that. So just setting that intention is super, super, super important. And then the other thing is like visualizing. So what does it feel like to finish that icky task? Like, we're all guilty of like not finishing something or putting it off or procrastinating, but just imagine that relief that you feel when you're finally able to like cross that thing off. Just visualizing it will also connect to the outcome and make you more likely to finish it. And then the last tip I have for you is have fun. What can you do to make it fun? Is there a way that you can make yourself laugh? Is there a way that you can make it fun so that it's not so dreadful and tormenting? And the other type of scatterbrain that you can get is reaction mode, where you're just reacting, right? And it's like, because like as an attorney, I had my own law firm for 5 years, and I can tell you that I could probably spend every day just answering emails, but then I'm not building my business. So it's important to have a plan and also just be aware, which is why all the other tips that I listed before are really, really important. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe. My email is going to be listed on the next slide, so please join my mailing list, send me some love, whatever it is that and maybe there's something you want to see next time. I also wanted to tell you something really, really exciting. So March 8th is International Women's Day, and I'm going to be hosting a free Kundalini session, Kundalini meditation. I'll have the info on the next slide and below. So if you are interested in Kundalini, I only have 30 spots available. It's absolutely free. I would love to have you join me. I'm going to do it in the morning so you can start your day off powerfully and amazing. And so thank you so much. Have an awesome day.